Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is a beautiful day to enjoy a beautiful interface that I have created for a decentralized application that would just provide the endless scrolling people love and enjoy, right? I don't have any content for it yet, but it should be able to fulfill links, pictures, images, and even like little games and stuff, anything that you could include in a web page, which is exciting. So, we just have to build. The main issue building though right now is that for whatever reason, ChatGPT simply does not understand code that is like 200 lines or longer. So this contract is a little bit too complicated for the super intelligent AI. Well, guess what? I am super intelligent and I am here to save the day. And as is past me, who wrote these to-do statements. All right, so the main issue is right now I have a. I don't even know what this video is called. Did it even. Did it even. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, ooh, let me change the name. Check this out. Hashtag solidity. You don't even know what I'm doing up here. Hang on, let me add some content here. Let me add some content. Let's go hashtag solidity. All right, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. Boom, boom, boom. All right, and all right. So to do. Every token holder has a right to allocate to a non-transferable funds, right? So we need an extra mapping, right? So we have an address. We already have a mapping inside of the Neighbornet token that's a mapping from an address to a uint, which is the last time that they upvoted something. The block number, right? But what we need is a mapping from an address to uint of the amount of tokens that are unallocated, right? So that's pretty simple. We can just copy this line of code, except instead of okay, so it is still a uint, but it's an amount of um, non-transferables, right? All right. So every uh, and that's pretty much this to-do statement done. But we just have an allocated mapping. Every address has a mapping to a uint that represents non-transferables, right? All right, and then I have this bug, right? It seems like somehow this I work lock after vote, and then I run get vote last time, and it returns 0. Oh, so that's a testing issue. But from a oh, you know what? Maybe in the remix testing machine, the block.timestamp is like automatically 0. That's what I might think might be an issue, because if this doesn't make last upvote message sender equal block.timestamp, I don't know, because that would be the only way that I would understand why it would be making 0. So we're going to skip that to do for now. All right, so number 3. All right, we might actually need to add. Oh wait, what's the freaking first one? All right, so create a mapping of every address. All right, we've done that. Okay, so then the transfer function automatically updates the field by half the set, and the supporting functions such as getting the center, changing the amount, ensuring lock time works in all cases, right? All right, so let's just go ahead and make a getter for this one, right? Okay, so Just do my. I like to do my getters down at the bottom. Yet non-transferables. And you have to have an address as your parameter. Public. Pretty sure it's just a getter. Returns. What's the return? What kind of value does it return? That would return a. It might actually. That's actually not just a view because I need to use that inside of some functions later. But it returns a uint, and so it's going to be pretty similar in syntax to this, or return. Return. What do we want to return, kids? We want to return. Let's see, non-transferables. Message.sender. Okay, if we're doing it like this, do we want it to be message.sender or do we want the address? I think we want address. Chosen. And then we'll just do chosen right here. Alright, chosen. Alright, must have spelled non-transferables wrong. Oh, there's no capital T. Non-transferables. And does it compile? It appears to. So that's good. Alright. Okay, so what did we need again? Mapping, super. Okay, so the transfer function automatically updates the field by half the amount sent. Okay. So this is where I actually am going to use ChatGPT, right? So I'm going to pull up ChatGPT and I'm going to say, hey, bruh, I need your help creating a super of the transfer function because I gotta add a new require statement that creates a subset of the tokens that you send non-transferable so that they can have special permissions. All right. Hey, bruh, a super of the transfer function because I gotta add so that they can have. All right. And maybe it'll understand from the comments what I'm talking about. But luckily, since this is just one contract right here, all right, so what we got is it seems to be just giving me my exact code back. But now it's giving me this new one, set non-transferables. Okay, here we go, function transfer. All right, right. Require can transfer. All right, should I just trust this code and see if it works? Well, I can definitely trust it to see if it compiles. What is this? Can be restricted to view. Not if we're using get non-transferables in this function. All right. Okay, so can transfer. Okay, so see, can transfer is based on. See, this whole thing is wrong. See, the can transfer thing is the incorrect thing, right? So the issue with the can transfer is that you want to be able to tag things and use some of your tokens to send them around and stuff. But you do want to have some that are locked up for liking, right? So, right, I think this one can go, right? So then require balance of. Right. So the balance of sender. Okay, so this is essentially the amount of transferable tokens, and it's greater than the amount. So if the amount of transferable tokens is greater than the amount that you said in this message, require. Yeah. Yep. Yep. That's correct. All right, and this compiles to, I imagine. Okay. Super dot transfer. Okay. Sender, recipient, amount. Right. All right. Yeah. So since we're not using that here, just to make this warning go away, I will entertain you, and say this is a view for now. But I think that might change. I think that might change. All right. So right. I feel like I can make. You only want to have the non-transferable tokens be locked, right? So, all right. So we've got require. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then, so wait. So can you set your non-transferable balance to anything that you want? No. You need to wait 24 hours before you make any decisions. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a require statement in this set non-transferables that is similar to the can transfer, right? Is a last of vote, right? Yep. Yeah. So we're gonna say require. Uh, require can transfer right? Okay. All right, so that just changed the code. And this isn't a great way to... Okay, wait, insufficient balance. I need to add a statement here saying why you can't transfer. And the reason is that you have voted on a post within the last 24 hours. Right. And what's wrong here? Message. Oh, okay, here we go. I gotcha. I see what you're coming from here. And then you just need me to move that parentheses over there. And now it compiles. Great. So I think now the problem might be with the post statement or the tagging, right? Because where's can transfer used? Can transfer only here. Okay, wait. Get last mint owner dot all right, so tagging a post is done here. And tagging a post involves a transfer, right? So we might need to add a require statement right here, right? Require balance greater than, yeah, I think this is where we might need to make the nothing not view, right? Because we want to get non-transferable, right? Okay, so okay, so when we want to transfer, okay, let's look at this get tag function, right? Get tag. Where the heck is the tag post function? Here we go. Okay, you have to have at least one innet token, right? The tag has to exist. Post has to exist. And you need the amount, right? So balance of message.sender minus the amount of non-transferables has to be greater than fee. Minus contract dot dot non-transferables. Okay. All right. Index expression has to be a type. Mapping is function address. Returns uint. Index expression has to be a type, mapping, or array. So maybe I'm just doing this wrong, but I think we might need to say get non-transferables address down here. I think I might have been right. Did I spell the right? Yeah. That is how I format it. I was like, nah, surely it's just not one in off, right? And then this obviously can't be a box. It has to be parenthesis. But yeah, you can't just put address in there. You have to say message.sender. Oops. All right, and this compiles. Okay. So now this bug's been worked on, right? Not enough non-transferable. Or wait. Yeah. Can you add like a getter, like if you wanted to inform like the bug statement more about what was going wrong, like could you add like a string right here? You probably could. Probably could. If I were to say you have this many tokens and this many non-transferables, that's a to-do. That's a minor to-do. To-do. Can you make this error message have useful information? All right. All right. So then, was there any other to-dos regarding that? I don't know why I said someone right here. It was definitely me. Okay. Oh. All right. So We've created a mapping. We've supered the transfer function to automatically update the field. Okay, we haven't done that exactly. Then there have to be supporting functions such as getting this info, changing the amount, ensuring the time lock works in all cases. So that's testing. All right. So okay. Right. We want super dot transfer sender dot. Yep. So once that send goes through, then you update. Does it still compile when you do view? Because it's not actually doing any kind of money stuff. Okay, maybe it still works. All right. Um, so uh, then you want to update the this field, the set non-transferables, right? Okay, wait. I just gotta think because the transfer functions for people try to send, we try to vote. All right, gotta think here. So after you send, obviously you're only your number of transferable tokens goes down automatically, but the person's number of non-transferables is set, right? Because we want. Well, we could just create. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a user experience question I'm grappling with because I think we might not need to do this. But and right now, I think while it compiles, I think this definitely needs to be tested. And I'm trying to figure out when we transfer, do we want to allocate to non-transferables? Like, do we want to be able to have someone receive tokens and then they can automatically use those tokens as upvotes? No, I mean, if you got sent some tokens, you would want to be able to transfer them, right? But you'd also want to be able to upvote. But that's not how it works. All right, I think I like this implementation, right? Without that thing that I set up here. For every other non-transferable function, super the automatically update. There has to be supporting functions ensuring time lock works in all cases. To do. All right, to do. Test. Ensure time lock works in all cases. All right. So that's the first to do. The second to allocate a fund. All right, it said 48 hours. I think it's one day. Does this use? Does the tag post used? Okay, right. Okay, wait. I think I need to probably change something about the the upvote and downvote posts, right? Upvote posts require. Okay. Okay. Require that the amount is less than. That's a major bug. Jeez. All right. Yeah. So. Okay. All right. So let's go back to the top. Share timeline. Okay. This is a test of something that I wasn't sure if it was maybe that it was in the wrong thing. All right. Okay. We have done at least something on that. And this test, because it gave error something wrong. Yep, tag post has an error. All right. Okay. Minor to do. Okay. All right. So I guess we should just go ahead and try to start testing this. All right. So we'll deploy Neighbornet. And we'll deploy our tag contract using that data. And then we'll use the form contract using both of those. All right. So right. So I'm gonna set my non-transferables. Oh, I didn't even fill in. I need to fill in that to do at the bottom right here and then redeploy. Hang on. Okay. Wait, let's just make sure that this set non-transferables works first. 5. All right, that worked, right? Um, let's check and make sure that it. Oops, that's not a number. Let's make sure that that require statement works. It does. All right. I'm gonna just go ahead and while I'm thinking about it, just be like, this the rest. All right. Okay. So let's get rid of this guy, and let's fill in these require statements. So require that amount is less than what? The amount that is less than or equal to get non-transferables. It's the same one as in the tag post. Require dot. Okay. And there we go. All right. So now we deploy using this. Boom, boom, boom. Transfer. All right. So now let's create a post that says, bruh. That works. And let's transfer some funds to a friend. So we'll fill in there, and we'll do 112, and he gets them just fine. So now we're the friend, and we have 112 tokens, and we want to downvote his post that says, "Bruh." Let's try with 66. Okay, so he shouldn't be able to do that because he hasn't set his amount of non-transferables yet. So the amount has to be less than in that contract minus oh no, it just needs to be the non-transferable balance. Doop. Same for right here. Doop. And all right. So now let's redeploy. All right. So let's make a post that says bruh. Okay. And now let's copy wait, so they both have balances, right? Because it's the same deployment of Neighbornet. Now let's upvote his post. Oops. Let's just go ahead and say remove. Let's just go and test and make sure that this doesn't work. All right, cool. Why wouldn't this be equal to? That must have been a weird ChatGPT kink. Okay. All right. So now we would like to attempt to upvote a post at post ID 0 with a bunch of these, and we don't have enough non-transferables, right? Error, revert. Ooh. See, that is an error message, but it's not the one that I was expecting. And that's probably because I didn't include an error message right here. You need to have non-transferable tokens. I'm going to say you need to allocate innet to your voting pool. And really, the non-transferable tokens is a little bit strong. It really should just be a pool, a voting pool, right? You need to have some kind of stake for it to work, right? Okay, and yeah. And that was probably the issue, right? So it was why we didn't get what we expected. So now let's pull this up and set our non-transferables to 30. See if this works. Okay. And now we go back to this thing and we'll just do 12 here. And maybe it'll work. It did. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what we love to see. That is what we love to see. All right. So it seems like we've developed a fix for the issue. More extensive testing needs to be done. But, you know, nothing like a good little software engineering session to do that. I feel like we're still a little bit spaghettied out, mixed up. We'll see. I'll test. Get back to you later. Thanks for watching.